What's up, guys? It's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army. Yep, I did it. I bought this. Pre-ordered it who knows when, months ago, and kept holding off canceling it because I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do this. It's a little fiddly, even though it's beautiful. I'm into just the basic stuff now, guys. You know that. Chunky robots. But somehow this just, you know, gravitated into my pile of loot, and it stayed there, and I didn't cancel it. And I'm going to try and keep this review as simple as possible. I'm not going to go into a lot of craziness since there's already a few reviews of this guy. I took a little long to do this, but if you want my take, my simple take, it's not like the be-all, end-all, be-all, end-all, how do you say that, review for this, but you know, just something I want to show you guys because I really wasn't going to do it, and I wasn't even really going to buy it, but it's here. And I might as well take a look at it. So this is the Riobot VR-052F stick. And I don't know why I always like the stick better, but that's the one I always get. I don't know. Personal preference, no real reason. And didn't really watch the anime. I just had like a notebook for school, like a generic notebook that said Robotech on it, and it always showed this guy, so maybe that's why I got a little attachment, because I didn't really watch all that stuff. But anyway, here it is. You can see the photography is beautiful, and it's of the actual toy. And the first thing that caught my attention, proportions. Proportions look awesome. And I believe there's some slight differences on this. I think it's based off the illustration, not so much like the anime or whatever, but you know, from what I understand, it's based off this illustration. So there might be some things that are a little bit different than what you've accustomed to seeing, but that's just what I think. And yeah, if we want to get in here and take a look at this, that's why we're here. And it's freaking hot again. And I put this here just because of the heat. This little clear thing, I don't know if that was a burp or what was going on there, but excuse me anyway. But I did that for the clear thing so I can put it back on at some point and sell it like new. Ha ha ha, just kidding. Alright, so I gotta open this. Now it's almost as if the stand knows I hate it already, because you know me, but I think it is necessary with this figure, from what I see. But at least the Sentinel stands are really nice. They got a nice clear top right here, but this thing just flew out of the box. I guess because of the weight, this tape isn't really holding it there. Maybe I'll just take the stand out. Makes it easier to handle this plastic tray. It's a Ziploc bag. It's kind of strange. It's usually like a bag with tape that doesn't like to come off. Yeah, see? Clear, very shiny, very glossy. And then the arm. Again, I think it's necessary if you're going to display this figure, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I might sell it. I don't know. I can't decide. I'm weird lately. But there's a motorcycle, and there's a stick. Very cool. A lot bigger than I thought. I don't know why I thought this thing was going to be tiny. I mean, it's not like a... Is it a 6-inch figure? It probably is. Maybe a little... You know, like a SH Figure Arts kind of size. Well, it is scaled. What is it? 112? Is this 112? Yes, 112. So, yeah. It's a 112 scale figure. So I don't need to talk about scale. Why am I not showing you guys what I'm doing with the camera? Because I only have 2 arms. So we're going to go down here now. So we got him standing there. Didn't really want to stand. And then we got the bike. And the bike has tape around it to keep these things together, I guess, during shipping. I know it does have a kickstand. Where's the kickstand? Is this the kickstand? Is that a kick? No, that's the pegs. Where's the kickstand here? Oops, everything's falling apart. Now the kickstand is a little weird. I'd hate to have a kickstand like this in real life where you have to fish it out. Jeez. Alright, there it is. Alright. Now the kickstand, from what I've seen, doesn't really hold all too well. I mean, it holds, but it's not really meant for a lot of weight to be on it. So we'll put that down. Just a moment there. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. Just trying to figure out why this guy doesn't stand too much. I think it just has to do with the way the feet are positioned. It's just a little weird and wonky. I don't know. Well, I got him standing right now. It's just kind of like not looking cool. It's like waiting in line at the welfare office or unemployment. It just looks so sad. Like, why am I standing on line? But yeah, that's what he looks like. But the figure, I gotta say, the finish on this is so nice. I'm never ever disappointed with, like, at least the stuff that I've gotten from Sentinel. The finish is always top notch. It's got like a nice satin finish. It's just so, like, the precision on their plastics is just amazing. You know what I mean? Like, this company could really, and it probably is giving Bandai a run for the money if they decided to do like a lot more different licenses. Like if they took over, like for example, doing like Gokins or something, and they have done the Gokin. Remember the Getters? Absolutely beautiful figures. They would rule. But they are tight on the expensive side. This figure itself, well, this whole set is $200. Yeah, definitely the money has been well spent in manufacturing for this thing. So don't feel like you're getting a cheap toy. The whole fiddly bit probably has to do with just the fact that it's a freaking motorcycle that wraps around a guy. Like, come on, you know. I think they did a great job. But anyway, the figure, I know he has this head, or this helmet. He has this helmet. He has this helmet that you can move up, and very nice paint on there. I still don't know how they paint stuff so nice. I know it's Tampo. Don't tell me, oh, it's Tampo. I mean, like, I don't know how they paint so nice. I know it's Tampo, but I don't know how it comes out so nice. But he's also got this head right here, which is him without a helmet, obviously. And the hair has a slight green airbrush tinge to it, which is pretty cool. It's also got a little blaster gun right here. Look at that. And then a bunch of little hands, alternate hands. I'm getting kind of annoyed with alternate hands. Like when there's like 90,000 of them. I think you just have like a fist hand and then like, you know, weapon holding hand. That's it. That's it. But, you know, I want it to look cool, so the fisted closed hand is not going to have little holes for the handlebars. So of course you got to include those. They got the titty grabbing hands, as I call them, because really that's the hand I make when I grab titties. I just make my hand into this shape and I do my thing. And I threw the fist somewhere. I don't know where it went. So I'm going to take a closer look at this figure. Look at the Tampo, the MB. It's beautiful. It's not sloppy. The paint apps. I mean, just the paint alone, the satin finish on it. There's no smudges that I can find. No errors. I love that, because this is so expensive. Oh, what's that little orange thing? It's just a little fuzz from his clothes. Get that away there. Speaking of clothes, yes, that is fabric right there, guys. That is fabric. Isn't that awesome? Now the joints, the visible joints here, kind of like a turn off. I mean, unless you're really looking, it's got those pin type, which you know, in the long run do last a little longer. But it's kind of visible. You can see right through his joint. Can you see that? But no biggie. I think it still looks awesome. Now if we look at the bike itself, it has the same satiny finish. And this is the type of thing you got to be careful with, because I know we got to put them on there and the paint's going to scuff, and of course it's going to leave like these shiny lines which annoy the crap out of me on my toys, especially since I really don't play with this stuff. Alright guys, so I had to stop right there because of the heat thing. So I'm starting again. It's still hot in here, but at least I'm a little bit more refreshed. I just ate, drank some juice, so I'm good. But anyway, we're back. So in that meantime, that week and a half, I did decide to do the transformation into the the full armor suit, and it's almost to the point where I don't really want to show you guys that. But I'm sure a lot of you come here to see everything, and I don't want to do a half-ass video, but at the same time I don't want like those guys that just want to come in and out to be bored by the insane transformation on this. It's not that it's insane, it's just very fiddly, very annoying, but the end result's really nice. So you might want to skip ahead, because I'm going to show you that soon. Not right now, you don't have to skip ahead now. I do want to go over a couple things. First of all, I did not show you guys yet the figure on the stand. This is what it looks like on the stand. I do need it because it's going to constantly fall over. So, but what we're going to do is pop off his little fist, which is on a ball joint. We're going to attach this one here. Oh, by the way, guys, if you noticed earlier in the video I said, oh, the fist shot up somewhere, I never picked it up. And then if you guys follow my Facebook, I did mention that my dog ate the little hand. He didn't. That was just that same fist that I popped off. I forgot to pick it up, and I blame the dog for it. Just like when someone farts, I blame it on the dog. But anyway, here he is with the blaster. Alright, so he's actually standing, so we'll leave him alone. Now that I've shown you the blaster, I did want to show you something interesting. You can see I've folded this up here just like that, and we're going to invert it this way, because you can actually tab it into the cycle itself right on that part right there, which I thought was really neat. Another thing I wanted to show you on the motorcycle here is the ability to take out this tank here. I don't know if it's like a power tank, energy tank, I don't know what the hell it is, but it does come out. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Does it come out? I'm pretty sure it comes out, but like halfway in it starts seizing up, so I'm pretty sure it comes out, but I'm just going to clip that back. Obviously you have the kickstand, which I've already set up for it to stand, and then the pegs on the back. So now that we have the pegs out, we're actually going to situate this guy on the motorcycle. I'm not going to fiddle about getting him on there on video. I'll just show you the end result. Now here's where it gets a little fiddly. I think maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but it's got alternate hands. I was bad-mouthing the alternate hands, but these are pretty cool because they go over the clutch and the brakes. You'll see the two fingers go right over on the handlebars there, except I can't get it to angle up. See that? I can't get that to angle up to hook in. When I look at the pictures, it's just using a standard open fist to go around it, so I don't know, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I can't really get there, and the angle, you'll see what I mean by the way these things swivel. I can't get the angle correct, so maybe it's just something I did with the transformation I messed up. If so, I apologize, but it looks like that's the way it is. Everything lines up right there. It's like you know, shape, a certain shape that goes together, and I can't really see, you know, what I need to do in that spot. But anyway, that's what it looks like on the bike. I can probably get them to sit a little bit better, but here's the thing, guys. This is very expensive, alright? I don't plan on displaying them that way. Bending the knees does stretch out the fabric here. I don't want that going bad. And the paint. This is like a satin finish paint. The more you mess around with it on the bike, the more you're going to scuff things up. So if that's your thing, cool. Not really me, but that's as best as I could do on the motorcycle to get him sit down without really scratching stuff up. But you can do it on your own if you so desire. Not me, sorry, not me. But now you can also attach the bike to the stand peg here. Do is peg that in. Damn, why does it have to be so hard to peg stuff in? So that kind of works. So that works when you want to display them like this. I think it looks pretty cool that way. It's sort of what's shown on the book here in the front of the box. Take a look again. Now comes the part that I dread, which is to get this thing wrapped around this guy right here. So, like I said, I was going to not do this, and you're more than welcome to skip forward to get my last whatever thoughts, final thoughts. I won't go into a lot of detail, guys. Again, this is very fiddly. It would take me forever to do it right. But Kuma, if you know who Kuma is, Kuma Style, you guys know who that is. He does a lot of awesome reviews. Excellent photographer. He did like literally a half hour, maybe not literally, it's like 26 minutes of transformation. So I cannot add another 30 minutes to this video. I'd have to make a separate thing. I kind of want to just include everything. But anyway, all that wasted time babbling. But here we go. I'm going to do it from memory. Hopefully I don't mess up. So it's pretty much just untabbing everything. And a lot of things are going to fall off because the ball joints, speaking of ball joints, this little cover right here always pops off for me. So I forgot to bring that up, but that's something that, like, literally looking at it falls off. Doesn't actually pop in, but so you can see everything starts to get a little fiddly once you start tabbing everything off. The good thing is these arms that swivel out are die cast, painted die cast. And then just unpeg, not this side. We got to unpeg this side here. Alright, well actually we do have to unpeg both. Wow, that was really difficult to get off. Just, I don't know what to say. That was just really difficult to unpeg from there. But yeah, we move around to this side. You do have to pull out these little pegs here for that one. And this is where it just gets not strange, just a lot of back and forth stuff, and things are rubbing against each other, so just be careful. This is going to go back this way, sort of. I don't even know. See, I don't even know what's going on. What's going on, guys? And this has to, oh, there we go. This has to go around. I'm probably blocking the camera. I'm not really looking at the camera right now, but I get a little confused as to what needs to be done here and there. See, things are already falling. It's a nightmare. Alright, so then this little back piece slides in. Doesn't necessarily have to go in right now, but you can see I'm very confused. Right here, this I learned from Kuma, you pull up here to untab that. What you want to do actually is open these things before you do that so you don't snap them off. I always forget that. It's like my third or fourth time doing it. Pull these out first. I probably did bend it, did I? This one looks a little off, but anyway, so continue untabbing very carefully. Oh, you got to undo this right here. I suffer doing this, guys. Seriously, this is not fun. This is not fun when it's a $200 toy and it feels like it's going to break. Just keep pushing up on this crotch piece, and that snaps off this tab right here. So now this is where he's going to sit on this very sharp piece here, but it's not really going to be sharp once you wrap it around him. But what I did is I did put a little piece of tissue on his crotch because I don't want to scratch up his crotch plate. So you gotta just keep that in mind. This something here, oh yeah, this goes up right here like so, and I believe that is it. After we push this in back here, no, actually I forgot the whole front end. So the whole front end here, we're going to bring in the handlebars, then pull these things out. I don't think I need to spin them right just yet, but I'm just going to get them ready, and then separate these two halves, and then this goes out, and it's going to form like the chest. Actually, shoulder. Whoop, see, everything pops off, man. Everything. Now, most of the time, the reason they're popping off is because you're going past the means of it, but a lot of times it's just strictly friction. Like the ball joint will have friction, and it'll be more than what it's designed to hold. Alright, then we're going to push this in. I'm sorry I keep getting in the way of the light. And then these things just annoy me. This is annoying, guys. I'm not much of a Transformer. Let me take that back. I am a Transformer fan, but I'm not much of a Transformer, like transforming, like this, the sense of the word, transforming things. I'm not the best. And you got to sort of like situate them over that, and then see how this starts to go up and around. That's what you need to do. So I'm going to do that off camera just to be careful. And I'm going to actually put a little piece of tissue on his crotch plate because I do see that these pieces do rub up against each other. So it's going to look a little weird for a sec. But yeah, let's bring that up and around. Before you bring it around completely, you do have to tab this peg into that hole in his back. And now this can come around. That's a little nerve-wracking because you kind of have to make sure nothing's scratching. There's so many things you can scratch up right now. It's unbelievable. You don't want to hit the helmet, and so you got to work these shoulders, and the fact that his hands are where his arm, I see chipping of paint. You saw all that dust come out? That's just all chipped paint. So work these into a position where you can bring them forward. By the way, an alien designed this. There's no way a human being designed this. This is ridiculous, like seriously. Like every time I do this, I'm just like, how the hell did they design everything to just work? I really don't get it. It just does. I mean, it works, it's fiddly, but it's the engineering. It's amazing. It's a lot of moving of bits, as you can see, but it works, guys. It works. So just got to be careful. And then these chest pieces will snap to the side. You'll see they snap pretty good. I mean, just the fitment of everything. Like, I know it's fiddly, but like the things go where they're supposed to go, you know? Like, it's just, the engineering is just unbelievable. And again, the shoulders here, just make sure they're over the shoulders. And then, this is where it gets a little tricky for me. There is a tab behind this metal piece that goes into that little square hole. and you got to kind of finagle this. I guess this has to be spun around this way. You can see this little peg. It's going to go right here, and it's kind of hard to do on camera. Try and fake it. Well, I'm not really faking it. It's right there. It's just hard to see on camera. Can't get the right angle, but right there. Boom. See? Now on these leg covers, thigh covers, whatever you want to call them, these pieces have to be pushed in and then tabbed on the side of the knee. Kind of have to be careful because you're just flexing that green plastic. It does push up against the knee, but still just be careful. And then this one had already previously fallen off, so we'll snap that back on and then work this around and then snap that one in too. You can see the tissue there. You know, like it does seem like it's snagged, so it's probably is touching, but it looks kind of stupid to show you that this figure with that thing there. But let's just try to pretend it's not there for now. What else? So then these things form like the gauntlets, I guess. There's a little tab and a peg hole, and that's going to peg in there. I did find that very limiting for the arm, as far because like see, this just pops off all the time. Any movement of the arm anywhere will cause that. So let's try and get that not to happen. Alright guys, here he is. He's a little too heavy for the stand. I know you can adjust that with a little screwdriver, just don't have one of those at the moment. So he's not actually on the stand, but he is being held up. That peg is really hard to put in his butthole because that's pretty much where it is, right? I can't get it to go all the way in, and it seems to go on an angle, so I don't really want to break that. But there's a movement here when he's standing. See right here? Oh, not that. Like, I know it's from the weight. See how he falls back? He never used to do that before I posed him for the motorcycle. His legs were really stiff. After I brought them forward to set on the motorcycle, they loosened up. Now he kind of just like rocks back and forth because of the weight. But again, it's a weight thing. This is a pretty hefty, believe it or not. I thought this thing was just going to weigh nothing because it's just a little bunch of pieces, but it does carry a good amount of weight, which will not allow it to stand on its own. Of course you do. Of course you stand on your own when I say that. But I've never had him stand on his own in this form. But he probably looks weird from the side. He's probably leaning over a lot. Yep, just as I suspected. So he's doing a massive lean forward. Now he won't do it anymore. But you get the idea, guys. So like I said, there's a lot of parts that can rub while you're moving. See how that rubs against that? So, oh, actually it's not rubbing against that. It's supposed to be tabbed to it. There you go. Alright. Will that help it stand now? Not. Yeah, he won't stand. Alright, well I don't really think he was meant to stand on his own, and I wouldn't do it that way either if I was you, because he will fall over. And of course, the helmet there. Now, this brings me to the end, obviously. Let's see if I can just get him to stand here. No, of course not. Can you please stand so I can do the end of the video? Alright guys, I'm done. I give up on this thing. Not for a bad reason, just like if I can just leave it alone, I'm very, very happy with it. But between the heat and the fiddliness of this, yeah, it's time to wrap up. So is this a $200 figure? That's up to you guys. If you guys love Mospeada and you're not too uncomfortable with just leaving it on display to enjoy your $200 worth of molding and tooling and engineering, awesome. Highly recommend it. But if you want to play with this thing, you're going to be frustrated. It's definitely not meant for playing. It's meant for looking great on display and with occasional handling, if you don't mind it being fiddly as you saw. And I say, guys, if you want to get one of these, probably not in stock, or there's a pre-order or something on BBTS, because there seem to be sold out everywhere. So I'm glad I was able to pick mine up and show you guys. And again, I didn't have any plans on getting this because I figured it might be fiddly. But I just forgot something, guys. For those of you that did not leave, forgot to pull his boosters out. As I was saying, there's a link in the description below to BBTS. You can pick one up there if you want to do what I'm doing. Pull boosters out and little things like that. So like once he's like this, I actually do like it a lot. There you go. Got the little boosters open. I've just pulled the sides of the wheels out. Got the little flaps. But as I was saying, yeah, if you want to pick one of these up, it is a pretty cool toy. Just very expensive, but definitely worth it with the amount of work that went into this and design and engineering. But yeah, if they have them, click on the link in the description below. Helps me out. Helps out the people that support my channel. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Till next time, bye bye.